Hi folks, it's Chef Kevin. Tonight I'm making sauce Bechamel, or Bechamel sauce, also known as white sauce. Now this is one of the 5 mother sauces that some other sauces are made from. For example, a Mornay sauce, which is a cheese sauce, is based upon Bechamel sauce. And Mornay sauce can be used, for example, in a mac and cheese recipe. It's a very delicate and creamy sauce. It's usually not served as is, although it can be used on lighter flavored foods like poached fish or vegetables. Okay, these are the ingredients. There's quite a few here actually. Flour, butter, milk, lemon juice, nutmeg, cloves, onion, salt and pepper, TT, to taste. If you ever see the letters TT in a cookbook, that's what it means, TT. Let's get right into this, folks. I'll show you how to do it. Alright, here we go. I have a cup of milk here. Spilled a little, but not too bad. Now what I'm doing is I'm going to scald the milk, because this will bring a better texture to the sauce. Okay, I have a little wedge of yellow onion here, and I have 3 pieces of cloves, and what I'm going to do is put that right in there, and I'm not going to let it come to a boil. I'm only going to scald it, which means I'm going to bring it up to about 180 degrees and let the flavors of the onion and the clove permeate the milk. Now I'll know when it gets to about 180 degrees because I'll see the small bubbles form around the side of the container. This is going to take a couple of minutes. Okay, you probably can't see this on the video, but it is bubbling up around the sides. I certainly don't want it to come to a boil because it'll boil over and create a mess. So I'm going to scald it for about 5 minutes and then I'm going to start my roux. Alright, that's been about 5 minutes. I'm going to take it off the heat, set that aside. Now I'm going to start my roux. A roux is a combination of butter and flour in equal amounts. Roux is spelled R-O-U-X. Equal amounts butter and flour. 2 tablespoons of butter. I'm going to let that melt down, then I'm going to add the flour. Okay, the butter is melting down nicely. 2 tablespoons of flour. Now, a roux is basically a thickening sauce, and a roux is used in many dishes to make them thicker, like stews, gravies. And this doesn't take too long, maybe like a minute and a half or so. Now I'm going for what's called a blonde roux. A blonde roux is a lighter colored roux, which is what you want because this is a white sauce. Also, when the roux gets darker, it doesn't accept the milk quite as easily. Here is my scalded milk, which is very heavy and hot. I'm going to add a little at a time and just whisk it in. You want to make sure you break up all those little pieces of flour. Needs a little milk. It's a little too thick. Thin it out with a little more milk. It's always easier to thin it out than it is to make it thicker. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and add my ½ teaspoon of lemon juice. Who would have thought, right? Lemon juice. This is looking good, folks. Okay. A little nutmeg. Don't go crazy. As you can see, this is very nice and creamy. Gonna add a little sea salt. A little black pepper. Okay, folks, this is done. Sauce Bechamel. Now, I'm not going to add any extra seasonings, but you can, depending upon what you're going to use it for. You can put in, say, a ½ teaspoon of Worcestershire sauce, or perhaps a teaspoon of sherry. If you want to add some fresh parsley, you can add 2 tablespoons of fresh parsley, or 2 tablespoons of chives, for example. Now you can keep this hot over a double boiler and cover it with a wax paper or saran wrap so it doesn't form a skin. Or you're going to put it in the refrigerator, and that's what I'm going to do, because tomorrow I'm going to be making a Mornay sauce. and this is going to be my basis. I have a rather complicated and fancy dish that I'm going to do, and I'm going to need the Mornay sauce to finish it off. Okay folks, so I hope you learned something about sauces tonight. Thanks for watching.